You've probably had those days before. You've got a bunch of things to do, but then you end up doing nothing in the end. There'll be a point in time in the day where you've got a bunch of goals, plans, and things that you care about, and then suddenly it's 10 p.m. at night and you've done nothing but snack, overthink, and scroll. And yeah, of course, it's not just you. I've done this a bunch of times as well. But let's be honest about something. Most people who think they're lazy, they're actually not. Underneath this so-called laziness, they're distracted, overwhelmed, or maybe a little bit scared. Let me explain. Think about it. You don't avoid something because you're incapable. You avoid it because deep down that thing feels heavy. Maybe it's starting something new and you're afraid that you'll mess up. Maybe it's that list that you made and it's so long that you consider it to be pointless. Or maybe you're constantly tired of being on for everybody else and then your brain's like, no, I'm not doing that today. For example, let's say you start off the year by going to the gym. You've bought some new trainers, you've bought some new clothes, and maybe you followed a few Instagram pages for motivation, and you've even written down a workout program that you could use. But now every single time you want to go to the gym, an excuse pops up. Oh, I'll go tomorrow. Oh, my arms ache. Oh, it's too long for me to get there. Slowly but surely, these excuses start piling up. You think that you could be better, do better, but it might not be that, or maybe it's the fear of you looking dumb. Maybe it's not knowing what to do when you get there. Maybe it's not getting the instant results that you want. And that's not laziness, but it's just fear wearing a mask of procrastination. But here's the one thing that helped me. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is inconsistent. Motivation relies on feelings and feelings can lie. Instead, what you need to rely on is momentum. Do the smallest possible version of whatever it is that you're avoiding. Say for example, if you're going to write an essay, then just write 2 lines and then come back to it 5 minutes later. Same way if you wanted to clean your room, then just start by picking up clothes off the floor. And if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, then just run a 10-second clip on your phone. No pressure, no perfection, just movement. 9 times out of 10, that's going to keep you going. Let's talk about environment, because if your room's untidy, your phone's buzzing every 5 minutes, and you're trying to grind in the same chair that you play Fortnite for in 6 hours, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And I'm speaking from experience here. I used to keep my phone right by me every single time I revised. I used to tell myself, nah, I won't check it. Guess what? I checked it every 3 minutes. And once I started putting my phone in another room and started putting app blockers on, then yeah, my productivity doubled almost instantly. Sometimes it really is your setup. Another big one, and arguably the most important, is figure out your why. Why do you want to reach your goals and why does this matter to you? And it can't be any mid-surface level stuff like, I want to be successful, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, because that kind of stuff will not get you out of bed in the morning. Trust me, I've tried. You need to make it personal, and that means being honest with yourself. So it might be telling yourself stuff like, I want to get in shape so I'm not insecure whenever I'm in front of a mirror. I want to start a business so that I don't have to work a job that I hate. I want to graduate so I can prove to myself I'm not a failure and a loser. And you need to place that reason everywhere. In your phone background, taping it to your mirror, on your wall, wherever it may be, you need to remember that why. Because on the days where you don't feel like doing anything, and I mean anything at all, that reason, that why will hit way harder than any YouTube motivational speech that you could find or any Instagram motivational quote that you could find. And finally, stop waiting to feel ready. That I'll start next week voice in your head needs to go. Because honestly, that's fear too, and here's the reality. Nobody knows 100% where they're going. Even those people who look like they've got it all figured out, they weren't 100% sure how they would start what they were going to do. All these people you may see online in movies, they just started awkwardly and perfectly without doubts. And that's what you need to do. All you need to do is take the first step and then figure out along the way. So if you are waiting for that perfect vibe, perfect plan, perfect version of you that you think is coming, guess what? It's not. But you can. You can start where you are. You can start messy. You can start scared, but just start. Because the truth is, you're not lazy. You're just not moving yet. And the longer you wait, the heavier it gets. So give yourself that momentum. Prove to yourself that you can do this, even if it's just for 5 minutes, because that's how it begins.